Hey everybody, RockPaperMario here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X. In the last part, Seymour actually showed us and I can't believe it was only afterwards that I realized, like, the joke that I never made. Which, when you think about it, it's like, how could you not make that joke? The joke that I never made was the whole, like, when Seymour was showing us his massive light show. I can't believe I never made the whole Aurora Borealis joke where I could have been like, Aurora Borealis, at this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your house, Seymour. Like, it would have been so perfect, but alas. Sacrosanct, proper conduct, please. Titus's middle name is proper conduct, because, you know, he got too close to Sin's toxin, and, seriously, that whole Sin's toxin bit is just such a joke. It's hilarious. Like, the way he just keeps going on about it.
About this Farplane. When somebody dies, a summoner sends them to the Farplane, right? So their souls, or whatever they are, they go to the Farplane, right? But that's the Farplane we're going to, right? And Yuna's old man's there too? Do dead people live there or something?
Pretty much. Oh my god. I'd forgotten about that.
You thinking those funny thoughts again, yeah?
Yeah, go on, say it.
You'll see once we get there.
Got too close to Sin's toxin. I'd completely forgotten about that strange, like, about that strange scene with the ghosts in it. That was so weird. Anyway, this is like, do you know what this scene reminds me of? Like, this whole area before you go to the Farplane. It's like something from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream or something.
I do not belong there.
That's debatable.
You're scared.
Searching the past to find the future. This is all that is there. I need it not. You'd better be going.
You're not really going to see the dead. More like your memories of them. People think of their relatives, and the Fireflies react to them. They take on the form of the dead person. An illusion, nothing else.
Riku,
Well,
the voice
have
of
fun.
reason.
What? You're not going either, Riku?
I keep my memories inside.
Huh?
Memories are nice, but that's all they are.
She actually is, like, for the character who's supposed to be,
See
like,
you later.
the goofy, kind of fun-loving one. Like, Riku really is the voice of reason when it comes to any of these things. Like, she actually has the most rational sort of, there's an Aurora Borealis right there. At this time of night, at this time of year, localized entirely within Guado Salam. I'd be very suspicious if I were you as well, Titus. But yeah, she really is the most rational, even though her surface character should be the irrational one, which is like the strange thing. And then you take a character like Lulu, and her surface character is that she's supposed to be the most, like, level-headed, rational one. But even she kind of has irrational emotional connections to certain things, as we'll see, like, going forward in the game. It's just a really interesting characterization. There's Yuna talking to Mufasa over there. Pretty impressive. Welcome to Skyloft, everybody. A thousand voices screaming in unison. That's what it sounded like. Like, look at this. It's crazy. Like the visuals are pretty impressive.
The Farplane was cool, but I couldn't stop thinking about Yuna. Her parents, they look so happy together. But it got me worried that maybe seeing them would make Yuna really consider Seymour's proposal.
Seymour! Don't worry, we've not seen the last of Seymour. Kamari, what are you doing here? Not one to talk, eh? I guess he's got his own, like, Mufasa Mama, Mufasa Papa to visit here at the Farplane. Or somebody. Who's Lulu talking to?
Why don't you try calling someone? All you have to do is think about them.
And they'll grow. It's time for us to grow something in the garden of our mind.
Yo,
here.
Chapu! Meant to come see you earlier, yeah?
He doesn't look
Sorry.
one bit like me.
I know you won't hold it against me. I gave up that game. I'm a guardian from here on, you know? This guy looks a lot like you. Showed up. Traveling with him, I thought maybe you were still alive somewhere, yeah? But then again, here you are on the Farplane. Guess your place is here. So, how you been? Oh, that guy I just told you about? I gave him your sword. He likes it.
Huh? Whoa.
There's something like really sad about that conversation because it's like to be honest, like you've got to kind of think about Riku's explanation and the fact that all it is Waka's like it's kind of like a transfiguration of Waka's internal memories
Just
and
a sec
thoughts.
more.
Do you know?
He is dead, and I am still alive. Coming here really makes that clear. I should focus more on what I have to do now.
What?
I'm not even sure what I'm saying.
Don't you mean that you should leave Chapu behind? I'm sure he was a great guy, but there'll be others.
That's a possibility.
How about Waka?
What, me? With Waka?
Yeah, you
You
two get along
jest.
great.
Getting along isn't enough. Not even close.
Oh, sorry. My mistake.
You'd do well to remember that. Knowing a bit about women might come in handy someday.
Yeah, I'll remember.
I won't be forgetting either. Goodbye, Chapu. You always said I looked grumpy. But those were the happiest days of my life.
Like as I say, like Riku's explanation that it's really only the internal memories of the person that are kind of being given some sort of form, but like, so even if they're not talking to the spirit of the person, you know, they're kind of what they would be doing then in that case is kind of looking inside themselves and kind of finding an outlet to actually sort through their emotional baggage or whatever, you know, that kind of way, which is still an extremely cathartic and important experience, I guess. So like even if it isn't real that they're talking with spirits, they are kind
I've
of
decided.
Oh,
talking through a lot of internal
that's
stuff.
good.
I remember when I was only 7 years old in Bavel that day. My father had defeated Sin, and the whole town was out in the streets. Everyone was laughing. They all seemed so happy. If I defeated Sin, that would make everyone happy, wouldn't it? I must do what everyone wants, not just what I want.
Let's go back. You gotta tell Seymour.
Before that, call Sir Jet. Give it a try.
And no one want to see that
Don't
old
worry.
loser.
He won't come.
Trying not to think about my old man made me think about him, of course.
See, told you.
He isn't here because he's not dead. He's Sin.
That means he's alive, you know.
Yeah, isn't that
What if
great?
my old man really is Sin? What would I say to Yuna? Heck, to everybody in Spira. Wait, why should I have to apologize for him anyway?
That's true
I'd
too.
rather never see him again.
What makes you hate him so?
He's a jerk. Where would you like me to
Everything
start?
he does just makes me mad. It was his fault that me and my mother...
Oh,
Mom? It's her.
She's very pretty.
But wait, no one ever performed the sending for her.
She must have accepted death while she was still alive.
Must be being married to Jack all that time.
That's my mother you're talking about.
Would make anyone embrace death's sweet release.
It's okay. I think I just figured something out.
What?
Why I hate my old man.
See, who needs psychonauts when you have the Farplane?
See, so I told him what I thought of him right there.
What? Really?
Of course.
I suppose, but... Mommy! Just a sec, dear.
Whenever my old man was around, my mother wouldn't even look at me. Maybe that's when I started to resent him, even hate him. When he left us, Mom just lost her energy.
Is she all right?
Why should you care?
If she dies, I wouldn't know what to do.
Don't say Mom is gonna die.
I apologize.
The old lady next door told me, when a lovebird dies, the one left behind, it just gives up living so it can join its mate.
Aww.
It was just like that. I hated my old man even more. But really, my old man...
Mommy! Just a sec, dear.
Go to him. He'll cry if you don't.
He's just such an ass.
Oh, man. I must sound so stupid.
I don't think so.
How embarrassing.
Well, need some more time.
No. I'm ready.
Did I miss something?
Just a little. See, it's reasons like that why Final Fantasy X needed a sequel that delved into, like, Braska, Jecht, and Auron's journey, so you could actually...
Thanks for waiting. I'll go give my answer to Maester Seymour.
So you could actually work through Jecht's reasoning for leaving his family behind, or whatever. Jesus.
Lord Jiskel! Oh, Lord Jiskel!
He does not belong here.
Why?
Yuna, send him.
Send Lord Jiskel. What's up with Auron? Jeez.
Lord Jiskel.
He is Lord Jiskel no more. Send him now.
Yeah, we need to lay him to rest. It's like that ghost Squidward. Or else Lord Jiskel is going to have us cleaning his house, bringing him cherry pie, watermelons fresh from the manure field. He's going to have us busting our ass for his ghostly self.
Talk later. We leave now.
What was up? What was the deal with Auron there? And why did Lord Jiskel want to return from the grave all of a sudden?
What was that just now? That really Lord Jiskel?
Just listen.
I don't understand how a man like Lord Jiskel can die and not be sent.
I would think that he was sent once, but he stayed on Spira. Something, a powerful emotion, could have bound him to this world. Such things happen. That's against the rules, isn't it?
Screw the
Means he
rules.
died an unclean death.
Ooh. Suspicious. Aw. You just got to love that one episode of, I'm just gonna check something here because I can't remember when this actually happens. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. So after visiting the Farplane, where you have that like conversation with Waka and Chapu, then the Brotherhood all of a sudden gets beefed up, and now it has strength +5, strength +10, water strike, and sensor, which is going to be really, really handy. Especially in the upcoming area, water strike is actually quite useful, but as I was saying, you've got to love from, speaking of Lord Jizkal, more like Lord Buzzkill. We were all there having a nice wistful time at the Farplane, sorting through our emotional baggage. Then this guy just needs to show up. It's like, who invited that ghost to the feast?
I will go meet with Maester Seymour.
Despite his directions.
Yuna! Jisco is the Guado's problem, not yours.
I swear that line just doesn't exist that I've thought existed my whole life. That one where Trommel goes, Lord Seymour, leader of the Guado.
So Lulu, what do you think about Yuna getting married?
Yuna will do what Yuna must do.
As long as the pilgrimage continues, either way's fine.
That's it? What if she doesn't even like the guy? Is that okay?
Not gonna make much
People
difference.
marry for many reasons.
What's that mean?
There she is with her
Sometimes
horizontal
doesn't require love,
boobs
you
again.
know? Defeat sin and bring joy to the people of Spira. Get married and bring joy to the people of Spira. For Yuna, they're just two ways down the same road. All you need is determination. If you have that, you don't need love.
I don't know. I just don't get it.
Yeah, which is understandable. Titus is that a Ronso? I was like, what? Was there like some? It's like some Ronso running around in here. As I was saying, like Titus just has this very kind of idealistic view of kind of, yeah, but why would you marry someone if you don't love them, and why would you want to make everyone else happy instead of yourself? Which I can totally understand. Which is, no, this isn't where I wanted to go. Which is why it's like so strange for him to be in Spira, where everything is governed by, where like all of society is governed by this sort of,
Listen.
by this sort
if
of,
Yuna gets married, then
Then you'll...
What? That again?
Yes. If she is to marry, I would want her to marry for love.
Aww.
See?
But if Yuna said she wanted to marry the one she loves, I would have to object.
Huh? You're not making much
Yeah,
sense.
Lulu, it's like one of us always
I know.
lies, and one of us tells the truth. Like those two worms in Samurai Jack. And that episode of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends where Blue was an investigative journalist. Finally, I finished that train of thought from like 10 minutes ago. But yeah, where like the entirety of society is bound by this sense of guilt at something that they didn't even do. It's like the shared guilt for something that allegedly happened like hundreds of years ago. And where you have to like work for the betterment of society to assuage your guilt and communal guilt. It's just this very strange sort of concept for someone like Titus, who just doesn't come from a world like that whatsoever. Where's Waka? Oh, there he is.
For a while there, I was a little worried about what was gonna happen, yeah?
Yeah, Lord Buzzkill just came out of nowhere and was like, booga booga booga. Where's Kamari at? Where's my man Kamari? I have no idea. Anywho, let's see what's happening here in Maester Seymour's hut. Can we even do that? No, it doesn't look like it. Welcome once more to Harry Doesn't Know How to Make the Game Progress. Let's talk to Riku. That's always a good idea in my book.
Here, we have to go through the Thunder Plains next, you know?
Oh, poor Riku. She, as we'll see later on, the Thunder Plains is not Riku's favourite place in the world. It's one of my favourite places. I love the Thunder Plains. Lord Buzzkill. Do you have to go up here? That would be kind of strange. I don't think you do. This is obviously, the other way there's always that one, every LP has to have its own running gag. And this LP's running gag is just, Harry doesn't know how to get the game to progress. And ends up going to the Farplane with Titus. It's like, I'm just gonna look like such a fool. Well, there are some, like, people up here we could talk to. It mightn't be entirely for naught. Plus we get to see, like, this beautiful vista again, which, how could you just not want to see this? Oh well. Here we are again, and I have no mouth and I must scream, or whatever. I don't know what it is about this strange portal. It just looks so unusual. What's also unusual is the fact that the Guado have their village at, like, the site of one of the most important, sites for the people of Spira. Like, the Farplane, must be, for, like, the followers of Yevon, must be, like, one of the most important and holy places on the face of the earth. But for some reason, the Guado, who were historically not followers of Yevon, that's where they have their town, which is quite strange. And it's a kind of, like, I guess it's a clue to maybe thinking that, why do I keep going in here? I have some sort of strange attraction to that place. I keep thinking that's the place with the save point in it. What the hell is going on? Oh, there's Kamari.
Guado potions good. Buy some before leaving.
Yeah, sure thing. Thanks for the tip, Kamari. I've been looking for you everywhere. What's in here? Oh, Owaka is in here. Well, I've talked to you already. So no what this Kamari's sending me in here to buy Guado potions. Anywho, I think that's enough for this part of Let's Play Final Fantasy X. Thanks a million for watching. I will see you next time. Bye now.